Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Lucklight here, and we're continuing Final Fantasy III for the NES, and we're right at the end of the Cave of Darkness. I gained a level in the one fight that it took me from where I left off on the last episode to here, and we're about to pick this item up and be done with this cave after this boss. Of course there's a boss. He's like some giant sword guy. Now, we have to be careful because we don't have a healer in the traditional sense, but we do have lots of strength. So hopefully we can slice through his squishy body before I lose my characters. I think he only has like 7,000 hit points, give or take. So he should fall relatively easily. And there you go. He didn't even have a cool explosion boss fight death. Just kind of died like a normal monster. And then we got the Earth Fang. Let's head back to Dorga's house. Not quite yet. I have another plan in mind. Now you may be saying, now he's gonna have to walk out because he ran out of magic points. Not so. I'm gonna go ahead and swap with him, giving him all the magic, and then I'm just gonna cast Exit. Because screw that place. Let's go ahead and swap back. Get on our cool ship. Drop off our stuff. Boom, 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 boom. Give those two. And we can go ahead and sell Genji shield, because I don't use shields. Alright, so our next task is to go to a place called Dorga's house and travel through his particular dungeon to get an item that I need for the last place. But we're going to take a little side trip after we cut through this once again. Luckily it'll be the last time we do this part too. And what'll happen here is I will gain an item that will... Oh, for crying out loud. Really? Are you gonna do this now? Alright, tell you what. I will be right back, and when we come back, I will be out of this little labyrinth area, and we won't have to deal with these fights for the immediate moment, so see you. Alright, and we're back, one awkward cut later. I got myself through that labyrinth. Took me a couple minutes because of all the random fights, but why can I not get off here? Okay, apparently I can't get off here. There we go. Wonder what that was about. But now we've gained passage to the final dungeon, which we're not supposed to go to yet. But I've never really been one to follow rules. Now, what the game wants you to do is they want you to go to Dorga's house, his home, whatever, and do one more dungeon before you come here and claim the final crystal, but we can do this early. And honestly, there's no reason not to. The only unfortunate thing is that all it will do is open up some jobs that are mainly magic-oriented, which we haven't really been using. I've kind of taken a different spin to this game than I usually do. I'm usually very magic-oriented in Final Fantasy games. This one I'm very physical-oriented. And while it's different, it's been a lot easier, honestly. Because you never really run out of the attack button. You can run out of magic. And I'm running out of patience. But... unfortunately, these last few areas decide to be filled to the brim with random fights, and we're going to be dealing with a lot of that in the coming episodes. Not that we haven't already. Because what we have to do, basically, is we have one more dungeon, and then we come here. And it's a dungeon on top of a dungeon on top of a dungeon. And it's actually quite annoying. And we're actually hitting a point where we're not going to be able to save or heal. Unless we stock up on items. It's a very, very difficult place. It's very difficult to grind. And it's actually quite difficult to get through because, you know, as you can guess... oh, for crying out loud. You know, you can't grind if you're, you know, taking hits. And you're not going to be able to go back and heal. It's overall just a very, very hard dungeon. And it's not like I'm going to be able to, you know, just produce a 4-fighter party and then just switch at the end because, of course, the whole, you know, not having magic points. So we might get to the point where I may just have to grind heavily just to survive the final area, because this game is kind of notorious for right at the end here, and we're starting to get to it. Alright, so let's take on the next quote-unquote boss and see where we go from there. Play again soon, everybody. And here it is. You can see some funk going on left and right there. And here we face Titan, who's looks exactly like the guy we just fought. And he's just as bad, I guess. But he seems to be taking less hits and producing a lot of fire. So. Maybe this is gonna not be as fun as I thought it was gonna be. I'd rather not have to split this episode into 3 parts. Looks like I might have to. So I'm getting flared. Alright, so let's try some stuff here. Wow, he just hates Kami. If everybody can survive long enough, then I can get him. Because I'm not doing bad, I'm just... it's taking longer than I thought it was going to take. Yeah, flare somebody else, would you? I'm not hitting as many times as I want to hit at this point. earlier, I forgot that only certain characters have certain spells. Yeesh. Get him back in the swing of things there. There we go. See? No sweat. I was worried for nothing. Light Warriors. One called Zand is abusing my power to plunge the world in darkness. Take the power which lies within me and rid this world of the dark cloud. Alright. Silk's Tower is built by concentrating the power of light. Light Warriors go to the Silk's Tower and stop the Demon King Zand. Anyway, I'll show you what jobs I got. I now have Warlock, Shaman, and Summoner. And Bard I already had, I think. So I will apply those later on, or at least their powers later on, because there's actually 2 more jobs I can get later on. They're kind of ultimate jobs. One of which is, can use every spell, one of which can use, you know, is just a non-stop physical fighter. When we get those, we switch into those, but we did good so far. Alright, so now we can fly out of here. Now that we got our extra oh, come on. Here we go again. Now that we got our extra prize, we can head back to Dorga at noon. And I may switch out of being a Magic Knight pretty soon. Because, I mean, they're useful and all, but their defensive abilities are something to be left desired. And honestly, they don't hit as hard as the Karateka. And I'm kind of done with splitting enemies, so I will split in between I will switch between the classes in between episodes, that way you don't have to sit there and watch me for the last couple of minutes do that. I want to get something done in this episode. Although these monsters are going to do everything they can to not let me. But I will talk about what we'll be doing on the next episode. We're going back to Dorga's house, and he's going to put us through another silly dungeon. But, again, no splitting monsters, so hey, that's a good thing. And I believe this final dungeon gives us I think, the best spells? Or maybe something else, I'm not sure. But it will give us an item that we need for the final dungeon. But I'm probably not going to make it on this episode because of all these enemies, but well, maybe not. Alright, yeah, I can get there. But we'll be starting that dungeon on the next episode, and hopefully it won't take us too long. Because I find it with NES games in particular that I feel by the end I'm just like, come on, can we hurry this up? Because they start to just, I'm not gonna say drag, but I forgot where this damn place is. Alright, that's the, it might be down there. Oh no, I remember where this is. I need to go get the speed ship. Because his is in the wind tunnel. Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna do that on the next episode. I'm gonna jump on the Nautilus right now, and I'm gonna switch my party up too. And when we start off the next episode, I'll be in front of his house, and we can enter his super special magic dungeon, which luckily does not involve shrinking, or splitting monsters, or any stupid gimmick. Hopefully. So I hope you join me for that. My name is Lucklight, thank you for watching, and have a good one.